As if he's not already perfect enough, he snorted, traipsing into the kitchen, which smelled of coffee and burnt toast. That meant his mother, instead of his father, had attempted to make breakfast. Helen, step away from the toaster, his father said, unplugging it and handling it with oven mitts. A puff of smoke emerged from the vents, filling the kitchen with a bitter aroma. Smells extra toasty, Jamal said with a smirk. Sorry, honey, Mom said, looking chastised. I was just trying to help. Jamal sat down at the island. He eyed the burnt eggs in the skillet, then poured himself a bowl of cereal instead. It was never a good idea for his mom to cook. He couldn't bring himself to stomach it. But sometimes Malik would eat it, just to make her feel better. Where's Malik? He asked, digging into his cereal. His father busied himself scraping the burnt eggs from the skillet into the sink. He fired up the disposal, which almost drowned out his answer. Malik who? Is that one of your new friends? Mom said, giving him a knowing look over her steaming cup of coffee. I mean, you have so many. It's hard to keep track, isn't that right? Sure is, Dad said, chuckling. You're the most popular kid at school. Me? Popular? Jamal snorted and almost spit out his cereal. He was sure he'd heard them wrong over the disposal. You're mistaking me for my brother. Brother? Mom said with a laugh. What brother? Son, you're an only child, Dad added, sounding concerned. Mom got her nurse look. She walked over and felt his forehead. Jamal, are you feeling okay? He swiped her hand away. Ha, very funny. Is it April Fool's Day? His parents both stared at him, looking worried. My brother, Jamal went on. He was born 5 minutes before me, never lets me forget it. He's my twin, Malik. Now they looked even more worried. Jamal felt a strange sensation crept through his body. He sprang up and ran into the living room, to the bookshelf with all the family photos on it. Come here. Come look, over here, he started, but the words dried up in his throat. His eyes passed over the pictures. He couldn't believe what he saw. Every single photo was of him. Jamal was now playing trumpet at the recital, shooting a layup to win the basketball game. He was holding a first-place trophy at the school science fair. The family portrait showed only the three of them, Mom, Dad, and Jamal. Even the baby pictures, which had always depicted two fat, cuddly baby boys, now showed only baby Jamal. There was no pictures of Malik. It was like his brother had been erased, like he had never existed at all. Jamal darted into his bedroom. His parents followed him, looking really afraid now. Jamal started yanking the clothes out of Malik's dresser. Look, these are my brother's clothes, he said, pointing to them, then to the twin bed across the room. And that's his bed over there. We share a bedroom. Son, those are your clothes, Dad said, shaking his head. And that bed is for when your friends sleep over. This is your room. My friends? Jamal said. But I don't have any friends, really. I've never even had a slumber party. What do you mean? Dad said. You've got a ton of friends. You just got voted class president. And we're so proud of you, Mom added. You won in a landslide. No, Malik is the popular one, Jamal protested, backing away from them in fear. My twin brother. He has all the friends. It's like he has a fan club or something. He rifled through the items on the bookshelf and yanked out his yearbook. Come look, over here. He flipped to the superlatives, but instead of Malik's face, everywhere it was Jamal's. What happened to my brother? He stammered, staring in shock at his picture and name over most popular. How is that possible? Jamal, you have to stop. You don't have a brother, Mom said. I was there when you were born. I think I'd remember something like having another kid. Yeah, I was there too, Dad added. That's not exactly something you forget. And the day we had you was the happiest day of our lives, Mom added with a smile. We're so proud of you, kiddo. We couldn't ask for a better kid. Maybe you should stay home from school today, Dad said. I'm worried you might be running a fever, maybe even hallucinating. No, I'm fine. Really, Jamal said. It was just a bad dream. He pinched himself. Hard. But this time, he didn't wake up. His parents were just as worried as before, and his brother was still gone. Jamal glanced down at the yearbook clutched in his hands. Instead of Malik, he saw himself on page after page, playing trumpet in the jazz band, smiling out of his basketball team picture, winning the top prize at the school science fair. That was when he remembered the deal he'd made with the Shadow Man the night before. That wasn't just a dream. It was real, he realized with shock. He had stolen his brother's trumpet and given it to Dr. Facilier in exchange for the future he had been promised. But this wasn't what I meant, he thought frantically. He had wanted to step out of his brother's shadow and get a taste of what it was like to be popular. But he didn't mean for his brother to be erased entirely. That wasn't the deal. He remembered Dr. Facilier's sly smile when he accepted the trumpet. Jamal reached for the skull necklace he wore. He remembered his grandmother's warning to stay away from the Shadow Man. Jamal's stomach flipped. He felt sick, like he might vomit. One thought circled through his head. What did I do last night?